For 300 cycles, the Galactic Council had convened in the same manner. Representatives from 1,000 worlds would gather, debate, posture, and eventually reach consensus through exhaustion. It was civilization at its finest, or so they believed until the humans arrived. Ambassador Sarah Chen sat quietly through 17 hours of heated debate about mining rights in the Vega system. She hadn't moved, hadn't spoken, hadn't even taken notes. The other delegates had initially dismissed her. Humans were new, barely spacefaring, more curiosity than concern. The Zephyrian Collective demands 60% of the asteroid yields, thundered Delegate Craxtor, his chitinous form gleaming under the chamber's lights. Preposterous, countered the ethereal representative, its gaseous form pulsing indignantly. The Vega system borders our space. 70% to the ethereal consortium. Back and forth they went. Claims and counterclaims. Threats and promises. The same dance they'd performed for centuries, each species secure in their power, their place in the hierarchy. Then Chen stood up. The chamber didn't immediately notice. Why would they? Humans controlled a single system, had no fleet to speak of, no leverage. But gradually, conversations died as delegates noticed the small figure standing at the newcomer's podium. The human delegate wishes to speak? Council Chairman Vornak asked, his tone dripping condescension. Please enlighten us with your perspective. Chen smiled. It wasn't a warm smile. You're arguing about rocks, she said simply. Rocks that will be worthless in 10 years. The chamber erupted in laughter. Several delegates didn't even try to hide their amusement. Perhaps, Craxtor chuckled, the humans don't understand basic economics. These asteroids contain trilithium. Essential for FTL drives. Yes, Chen agreed. Essential for your FTL drives. Your centuries-old, inefficient, trilithium-dependent drives that you've never bothered to improve because you controlled the only known supply. The laughter died. Last year, Chen continued, her voice conversational, a graduate student in Mumbai figured out how to fold space using the electromagnetic resonance of common iron. We've been testing it for 6 months. It's 3 times faster than your method and requires no exotic materials. Silence. Absolute silence. You've spent 300 years building an entire interstellar economy around controlling trilithium because you assumed no one would find an alternative. Your fleets, your trade routes, your political alliances, all based on rocks that are about to become worthless decorations. Impossible, whispered the ethereal representative. We would have detected such experiments, in the Vega system? No. We ran our tests in Seoul. In our own backyard. Where none of you bother to look because we're just the newcomers. Chen pulled out a small device. This is a microfold generator. My aide is currently on Earth. Would you like me to have her join us? She pressed a button. Reality twisted, and suddenly another human stood beside her, holding a cup of still steaming coffee from Earth, 12 light years away. Hi everyone, the aide waved cheerfully. Traffic in Beijing was terrible today. Then she vanished again, folded back across the galaxy as casually as stepping through a door. The council chamber erupted. Not in debate, but in panic. Every economic model, every military strategy, every political alliance forged over centuries, all obsolete. The humans hadn't threatened anyone, hadn't made demands. They'd simply made the foundation of galactic civilization irrelevant. We're happy to share the technology, Chen said over the chaos. Open source. No patents, no restrictions. We figured the galaxy could use an upgrade. Why? Vornak's voice cracked. Why would you give away such an advantage? Chen shrugged. Because in 10 years, one of us will think of something better. That's what we do. We adapt. We improve. We make today's miracles tomorrow's antiques. You've been so busy protecting what you have, you forgot to imagine what could be. She sat back down, pulled out a paperback novel, and began reading while the Galactic Council's entire power structure crumbled around her. That was 60 cycles ago. The Council still meets, but nothing's the same. Every assumption is questioned. Every certainty doubted. Every night, delegates lie awake wondering the same thing. If humans made FTL obsolete with a graduate student's thesis, what else are they about to casually revolutionize? Ambassador Chen never spoke at council again. She didn't need to.